Okay, so we're going to talk about this word for bridegroom or son-in-law today because I found something very interesting. So this word chathan, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, which means bridegroom, husband, son-in-law from chathan, a relative by marriage, especially through the bride. Now listen to this. It says figuratively a circumcised child as a species of religious espousal, bridegroom, husband, son-in-law. So circumcision has to do with marriage. Okay. Let's look at Exodus. It has to do with marriage, but look at what it says. Figuratively, let me slow down. I talk too fast, y'all, and that's why I keep slurring my words. So, figuratively, a circumcised child. A circumcised child. Now, a lot of times I teach in certain aspects of the scriptures, the husbands are called sons. And this is just confirming what I already knew, that husbands are called sons and the wives were being called the mothers. So figuratively, a circumcised child. Let's go to Exodus 4. So it says, verse 24, and it came to pass by the way in the end that the Lord met him and sought to kill him. Talking about Moses. Then Zipporah took a sharp stone and cut off the foreskin of her son and cast it at his feet and said, surely a bloody husband art thou to me. So he let him go. Then she said, a bloody husband thou art because of the circumcision. A bloody husband because of the circumcision. The circumcision. So the circumcision is for marriage. Now, pay attention to verse 5 because this is what I want us to pay attention to. Then Zipporah took a sharp stone and cut off the skin of her son. Was it her son, y'all? No, it's not her literal son. This is figurative. She circumcised Moses and cast the foreskin at his feet and said, surely a bloody husband art thou to me. So husbands are called sons in the scripture. I just proved that to y'all. Figuratively, a circumcised child. So a husband is figuratively a circumcised child, okay? And this is why in the New Testament, Jesus said you must become like little children, because you guys don't understand that you are married to God. The woman is literally called God on earth, the physical manifestation of the spirit, or God on earth. So, and this is 11:44. So the man, they are married to God because God lives through the women. A lot of people don't realize this, but it's coded in scripture. So the men are called the sons, the women are called the mothers. So when Jesus came and he was saying, I am the Son of God, he was literally saying, I am the husband of God. I'm the bridegroom. This is why he was the bridegroom. He who has the bride is the bridegroom. So he was saying that I am the husband of God. Let me prove it to y'all. He was calling God a woman. And I'm going to prove it to y'all. So in our scripture, they translated as father. That's because they then messed up the scriptures. So Jesus said, I came forth from the father, they put, but his mother. I came forth from the mother and am come into the world. Again, I leave the world and go to the mother. I came forth from the mother and am come into the world. Again, I leave the world and I go to the mother. Let me get Job 1. because you got to use the scripture, the precepts of the scriptures, because they change it around. So it'll say, and behold, there came a great wind. Now, wind is another word for spirit or just woman. There came a great woman from the wilderness and smote the four corners of the house, and it fell upon the young man, and they are dead. And only I am escaped alone to tell thee. Then Job arose and rent his mantle and shaved his head and fell down upon the ground and worshipped. Right? Because what? Why did Job shave his head? Because it is men are not supposed to cover their head. Men are not supposed to cover their head with hair. It's a shame for a man to have long hair. So he shaved his head and fell down upon the ground and worshipped and said, naked came I out of my mother's womb, and naked shall I return thither. The Lord gave, and the Lord hath taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. And all this Job sinned not, nor charged God foolishly. Now, in my next video, we're going to talk about who that name of the Lord is, but I kind of gave y'all some hints. I gave y'all some hints. So it's saying, naked came I out of my mother's womb, naked shall I return thither. Jesus said, I came forth from the mother and came into the world, and again I leave the world and go to the mother, not the father, because the mother was the wife, his wife he was talking about. Let's get Ecclesiasticus 41. Pop right up for us. Great travail is created for every man, and a heavy yoke is upon the sons of Adam, from the day that they go out of their mother's womb till the day that they return to the mother of all things. They are telling you God is the woman, God is the bride. Jesus is the bridegroom. He is the Son of God. He is the husband of God. If you read Zechariah 13, he literally says, I am no prophet, okay? But he shall say, I am no prophet. I am a husbandman. I am a husbandman. So he was the bridegroom of the bride who was the manifestation of God, is coded. So son means husband figuratively. Okay, and this is why he also said, I and my father are one. It's not him and his father. It's I and my mother are one. I and my wife are one. A man shall leave his mother and his father, and he shall cling to his wife, and they shall be one flesh. So Jesus did not have a father that he was talking about. He was talking about a mother. He was talking about a wife. Is the scripture is coded, okay? See, these they didn't got a hold of these scriptures and they didn't turn them upside down. Let me see, what's another scripture I can think of? Okay, this is one. I don't know if this is the great one. But all things that the mother have are mine. Therefore said I, that she shall take of mine, and she shall show it unto you. So when he's saying that she shall take of mine, she's really taking of her own, because all things that he have are hers. You see? Because a man and a woman shall become one flesh. He never was talking about a father. He was talking about a mother, a wife, because the mother, the woman is the wife. Let me get you another scripture just to prove it. Isaiah 62. That the women are called mothers. They are called queen mothers. And the the husbands are called sons or princes. They are called princes. You notice when you have a queen and she has a consort, right? He is called a prince. He's not called a king. So before Queen Elizabeth passed, her husband was a prince. He was not a king. He was a prince. And Jesus tells you that he is not the king, which it was really a queen, which is why he told you the queen of the south shall rise up in judgment, because he was not talking about a king. He actually told Pilate that he wasn't the king. But y'all ain't keeping up. Gotta keep up. If you want to know more, like, comment, subscribe, follow. Isaiah 62. Verse 5, for as a young man marrieth a virgin, so shall thy sons marry thee. So shall thy sons, and as the bridegroom rejoice over the bride, so shall thy God rejoice over thee. And as the bridegroom rejoice over the bride, so shall thy God, who is the bride, so shall thy bride rejoice over thee. For as a young man marrieth a virgin, so shall the sons marry thee. And as a bridegroom rejoices over the bride, so shall the bride rejoice over thee. God is the bride. God is the bride. God is a woman.